right. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. Oh, I
So
should probably pull up the stream, huh? That would be helpful.
So right now it is WC versus COZMEZ. I hope I said that right. The map will be Red Church. WC will be surviving first. Let's see what we have with these bans. So Seer and Priestess are going to be banned. That's a valid choice, definitely on Red Church, because Priestess can be pretty strong in that church area.
For sure.
As well as Seer, just in general, is also another strong character. But recently with the nerf he did get, his support isn't as strong, since when he does owl a teammate, he does get the hunter recovery quicker. We are seeing a lawyer and psych ban.
Not the lawyer. As an ex-lawyer, man, that hurts.
But
it's understandable.
As a recent lawyer main, understandable. Lawyer is pretty strong after that buff he did receive on maps like Red Church, Secret Heart. He's pretty strong on a lot of maps. He has the ability to help communicate that rotation against the hunter, as well as, with the decoding. His endgame decoding is really strong, but with him vaulting all the time and getting that speed built up, he's pretty much an uncatchable survivor. And then, the psychologist is being able to tank all those hits.
Gosh, psychologist is awful, especially early game, since you can take so many hits, especially if they're a strong kiter. It wastes so much time.
And we are seeing first officer banned. That's pretty reasonable.
He is a pretty strong rescue, as well as really good with detention kiting.
Yeah, as you can tell, he recently started to fall in to be a second pick rescuer. Sometimes first, because the first officer is just a better choice over Merc on certain maps against certain hunters, with his ability to use that pocket watch, to be invisible and have that illusion. Yes, Merc can take all those hits, but he did recently get that nerf too, to where he does die a bit quicker than he used to.
Yes. Especially, he also has, I believe, a very slow decoding speed, one of the slowest. So if you're looking to Cypher Rush, it's a lot harder.
It's honestly good for that Cypher Rush as well.
Absolutely.
They did also lock in Antiquarium.
Oh.
Alright. Anti's a pretty strong harasser, so can't go wrong with Anti.
She is. She's also with the her vaulting, using the staff to vault, it helps avoid terror shocks as well.
We also are seeing a Gardener ban?
A Gardener? That's interesting.
When I see a Gardener ban, I look to see opera singer. And I can't understand why that first officer ban was put in now, because first officer actually can be a major problem to opera. Just because with the pocket watch and stuff like that, it's not easy to read where he's going sometimes.
Yeah.
And with Merc, you can stuff him. He can die quickly. Definitely in opera, she can go out, pressure Merc, and stuff him easily. First officer, she can't really apply as much pressure as she would with the fact that he has that pocket watch. So that's interesting. And then, with Gardner being banned, she has that bubble for the beginning of the game. She would be an annoying chase. She guarantees that hit without taking damage. So they are locking in Merc. But look, honestly, I'm interested to see what this hunter's gonna be.
Me too. It is Lolze, and I know he does play a pretty good Hermit as well as Breaking Wheel.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna see
those.
So I'm not sure. I mean, if they do go opera, they do have that Anti, and they have Lawyer. For those who don't know, Lawyer does get picked a lot more in this meta against Opera to the fact that he's not afraid to get Terror Shock. He will vault in front of that Opera and laugh her in the face.
Absolutely. The fact he can't get Terror Shocked is... It really makes him a lot harder to get downed, especially early on.
And the thing is, too, so they're definitely running a team that can do Cypher Rush against an Opera if it is Opera.
I'm very interested to see who Woolsey ends up picking.
The suspense is killing me. I think once the hunter is locked in, I'll see what personas the survivor's locked in. It is an opera singer.
Okay. That's going to be very interesting, especially on this map. She is able to counter a lot of the really good kiting areas just with how fast she can travel around.
All right, so it does look like we have Ada on... Well, my brain has to process this. Ada will be on Broken, I believe, with Borrowed Time. Merc was the tie turner.
A classic pick.
Lawyer will be 912.
Huh.
Huh. And then Auntie... My brain's trying to process what these are. And then Auntie will be Flywheel. I'm sorry, I could not process that.
It's okay. Me too.
So what we're looking at is an Opera and Red Church. The thing is, right, this can go either or on both sides. It's rather the survivors can succeed and like beat Opera, or Opera will just destroy them completely, because the key to going against an Opera is the palette spam at some point. You want to avoid... They do have Lawyer to help that early rotation. If you rotate Opera in the beginning, that's pretty much a guarantee at most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the downside, too, is, like I said, if you palette spam on Red Church, which most of the map is built up of pallets, you're kind of... You're screwed at the end game against an Opera.
Yeah.
Because then she's going to be able to succeed at the end because she has nothing to worry about. There's no pallets that's going to stop her from getting you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. We have Merc spawning Middle Broken, Ada spawning Shack, not Ada, Auntie spawning Shack, Ada spawning Church, and then Lawyer spawning God Palette. So they most likely will be trying to push that kite onto Lawyer first.
That would be the smartest decision, is to get that decoder out. I would definitely try to avoid going after the psychologist and the mercenary, just because they can usually do a pretty...
They can tank hits, yeah.
Yeah, they can tank some hits and really prolong that kite.
No one wants to chase
Auntie. Nobody wants to.
The thing is, this is not just a normal decoder. We're looking at a Lawyer. He's on he's on Red Church, which is, like I said, it's a good map for him. Lawyer, like I said, is not afraid of Terror Shock. He can outvault this Opera. So as we can tell, she definitely is going for that Lawyer first.
Already with the throwing down pallets.
Just to buy him time to rotate into a better area, because he doesn't want to waste up like Graveyard for this early kite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's honestly good that he's taking a God Palette, because he can abuse that window as a Lawyer. Like I said, he's going to outvault Opera, and he's not afraid of a Terror Shock.
That was a really good use of the window. Being able to create that distance.
And you tell too, he's not like trying to spam the pallets right away. He's making sure he uses them when needed to buy time so he can make distance. But it does look like he is going to get hit here, which can help. Oh, the flywheel.
The flywheel.
And the blink.
And the blink.
But this gives him enough time because with Lawyer, he gets the veteran boost, so he can rotate into a better area after that. And she has no blink to use. Oh!
That was
the speed boost from the window.
That was impressive, and a great use of the pallets too.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, her hitbox is working against her today.
And the one moment Opera needs her hitbox to work on her side. It's not working. Lawyer is finally taking that down though. But there are 3 ciphers remaining, about to be 2.
So that was a very good kite, although Lawyer actually didn't use that many pallets, surprisingly. There's still a good amount left.
He mainly used the windows to his advantage. And he only threw pallets down for speed boost.
It looks like the Merc is going for the save.
They do need to keep in mind, though, when they get ready to pop that last cipher, is that this Lawyer does not have borrowed time. This is a Sui Lawyer where
Geisha can be very good on this map as well.
Yeah, about to say, Red Church is Geisha's one of her maps to play on. There's a lot of areas too that Geisha could just butterfly through, and it's scary.
It is. She can go through walls you didn't think she could go through.
So we are seeing a Priestess and Seer ban, of course. Seer, can be a counter to Geisha. And then Priestess, just annoying on this map. Gravekeeper and Cheerleader.
I guess maybe the Cheerleader could...
Huh.
This is my first time commentating, so apologies, but...
No, it's fine.
That's really interesting.
So the thing when I see Gravekeeper can get in the shovel, Geisha is a one-hit hunter. So she's gonna have to hit Gravekeeper out of the shovel and then hit him again. The thing, if she can afford to chase a Gravekeeper in the beginning of the game if she really wants to, because then she can get presents from that shovel. Cheerleader, she's an annoying chase.
But it's an annoying
slowdown.
chase.
It's the slowdown that can screw her over.
Especially with that butterfly, a really good butterfly could help kind of take away all of that distance that the speed boost would have given the Cheerleader.
Yeah, and in Cheerleader, she does have the ability to reset her team's cooldowns. So that could be useful. It depends, though, on what other survivors they pick, because there's some survivors who can be very annoying with that Cheerleader on their side. Her support, I wouldn't say isn't the greatest. It's just it takes time to build up that stack for if a teammate does go down for them to pick themselves back up. We're looking at a female dancer ban. Understandable. Female dancer in Red Church, definitely having her go middle can be annoying, because then she can set up slow boxes.
Yes, and with her buff, I know it's not recent, but with her being able to make music boxes bigger, it can really help aid the survivors, especially with how big of an area it could set up.
And it would be annoying for a Geisha, because Geisha, even when she goes to dash, the slow boxes will slow down that action.
That could definitely be very annoying, especially if they rely on that to kind of make up for distance. The dash, that is.
Yeah. Alright, so then we were looking at Psychologist pick. Of course, Ada, she's just tanky. She'll take all those hits and not even care.
Yes, and also being able to feel across the map. I thought Lawyer was global banned.
For WC survivors, though, those characters are banned for them. They can no longer pick Lawyer. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's the first two survivors you pick for yourself, like for your team. They're gonna be banned the next round.
Right.
So we've seen a lawyer get banned, and then an entomologist pick. So this is interesting because lawyer, is strong in this map. Definitely after the buff, he's just annoying to deal with. Ento,
yes, definitely.
I believe I don't remember if Geisha can really dash through the bees like that. I believe she can't, but my memory's not the greatest. I haven't seen a Geisha into an Ento for a while.
What I do know, though, is the Cheerleader can take away that cooldown for the bees, making her able to use her bees a lot more often, which can be very annoying. Especially if they're kiting in church, blocking off those doorways, and then getting to a window could be very, very beneficial for the survivors.
Yeah. The thing is, though, any character that wants to try to make distance against a geisha isn't gonna really work out because geisha has those butterflies to make up that distance.
That is very true.
The only thing that can really like hurt a geisha is flywheel.
Also, knowing how to cancel her dash at the right moment. If you are able to cancel her dash, that can usually help keep the geisha back.
That's why most geishas won't put the butterfly on you unless it's really necessary. Mm-hmm. They'll try to throw the butterfly in a way to where they can dash ahead of you. It's like playing a game where they gotta predict where you're going ahead of time so that they can cut you off.
That can be very difficult.
Yeah, with geishas, it's basically playing a mind game with those butterflies. I've seen some geishas place a butterfly a certain way, so it would force the survivor not to want to go near that butterfly. And it could like cause the survivor to like crap. They have to go like in this direction, and it can screw them over because now they're vulnerable. They had to move that way because they were afraid of a dash. But the thing that also can hurt geisha is tight-tighted. If you're hugging that wall tightly, you're most likely picking up that butterfly she throws, and there's no way she's dashing on you. Or you're close enough to something to vault when she dashes. Or when she throws the butterfly, she overthrows it. I believe the survivors have locked in and the hunter is locked in. So it is a geisha. Yep, it is a geisha. Let's see.
I'm very excited to see this geisha gameplay. Wishing the best of luck to both the teams.
So we have Ento on Flywheel. Flywheel on Cheerleader. Psych on Flywheel. And then, of course, Gravekeeper on Tide. They already knew what they were going into. They knew it was going to be a geisha, so they're like, alright, everyone, Flywheel.
Looks like everyone is bringing Borrowed Time, however.
They don't need to do a Sumi build against the geisha. But I'm really excited. I have played against this hunter a few times before. Oh, they have the really nice geisha skin. Cries.
They do.
And you can't say nothing. You got it.
I apologize.
Apology not accepted.
If I could give her to you, I wouldn't, but...
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Seems like the survivors are struggling on their spot selection. So it's understandable. Okay. So it's understandable to put Ento where she is. You can rather put the Ento or Cheerleader there, wherever support wants to go there. Ento's much stronger because she can block off the doors with bees. I'm more surprised they put the Gravekeeper at God Pilots. They really want to make the Gravekeeper take the fight, but they're trying to push that fight onto the Cheerleader.
I do know that Urban is Cheerleader.
Yeah.
Yes, Urban is a very strong kiter as Cheerleader. So maybe that could be their strategy, is to kind of make Urban take that first kite. However, I feel as though Geisha can counter Cheerleader very well, and
But that looks like Geisha going to our church first on the Ento. Interesting. I would say Ento's not that bad of a chase first.
Definitely not.
I mean, if she can get this first hit on and not worry about the bees, that honestly works out. Kill off the bees, now Ento's on cooldown. But remember, there is that Cheerleader.
Oh, we got a hit. Nice use of the bees.
Oh, did the Ento get stuck?
I think the entomologist got stuck.
I think Ento might be lagging, I'm going to be honest.
I think so as well. It looked like they kept getting stuck and then froze for a moment, even.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful use of the bees to stop that cooldown, but it looks like they're almost out of bees.
Which it's not really good if Ento's out of bees. She has no items to help her. But one
terror shock.
Almost a pallet stun just to get terror shock. I would say it's not worth it to run towards that pallet.
No, it might have been a better idea just to have run away from it. However, they did get 2 ciphers done.
Yeah, they are sitting at 3 ciphers now. I'm pretty sure they should have a 3rd one close to be done, unless it was Gravekeeper cipher that has yet to be popped still.
The only person decoding at the moment seems to be Psychologist. Cheerleader just started a cipher, meaning they are not in a great position.
And Ento barely has any bees left. They could make something out of this, though. Oh, someone could have palace up there. So I don't know if they realize that this geisha is carrying teleport.
It looks like we might get another down here.
Oh, the flywheel.
Excellent use of the flywheel.
There is.
Oh.
And it did heal up the Gravekeeper. See, this is why Psychologist can be so strong. Definitely if she's not getting chased. She can just cross heal.
It looks like they have 1 cipher almost done and another one.
And the other one's about to be. Primed.
They almost have 1 primed, so they are down to 1 cipher. This is looking like a 3-man.
It could turn into a tie.
It could turn into a tie.
All the geisha has to do is get this Ento down quickly and then teleport to someone. They're gonna body block to make sure that Ento doesn't get hit again. But I think it's kind of pointless, just because
there is a cipher primed.
The cipher is primed. No one's at gate now to start the gate, and geisha can just down Ento.
Ento also does not have any more bees left to help with that kite. It looks like she is going to go down here.
Yes. And they're now starting the gate.
This could very well be a tie if they can't open the gate in time.
It is going to be a tie, sadly.
It is.
GG's to both teams, though. The Ento did a pretty good job with her kite. The usage of the bees was really well.
It was, even with the lagging that was happening.
I don't know if it was lag or not. I felt like it was, just because the way they got stuck on that wall and then they just stood in place for a split second.
Mm-hmm.
But they still did do a pretty good job to recover from that.
Absolutely. This use of the bees to block off the doors and take a few hits was very well done, as well as the distracting the hunter. The geisha stopping to hit the bees only for them to transfer back to the entomologist was very well done. And that's a very good way for entomologists to really confuse a hunter when they stop to hit the bees and then they think that the bees are gone, but they are with the entomologist, pushing them farther away.
Yeah. But I think it was interesting, though, too, at the end, when Ento was being saved off their last chair, how most of the team was there to body block. And I find it strange because it's you don't need to. The cipher's primed.
I definitely would have had at least one person run to a gate just so that they could start that decoding process off the bat.
They definitely, if anything, they could have, by chance, clutched up a 3-man if they would have had someone on gate already.
A tie still isn't that bad, however, seeing as how they did have a really good first round, I believe.
All right, so we're moving on to the second round. We are seeing Chinatown banned. So they're most likely banned in Chinatown because of that wheel. Wheel can be pretty strong on Chinatown. There's not a lot of areas to use. Most of the windows there break on you. Yes, you can kite out a wheel in the open, but it's how confident are you to kite a wheel in the open? And we are looking at a Lakeside Village pick. COZMEZ would have their hunter go for it.
This might be a hermit, possibly?
It definitely could be a hermit.
I don't think wheel would be a smart choice on this map, just seeing as there's so many things he could get stuck on. And
then there's, you know, there's small boat, they can loop him by, there's big boat. There's just too many areas that he can get completely destroyed by. So there's no point to bring the wheel out. Hermit, though. I can see a hermit coming out here.
Yes, hermit, especially if they don't have any decoders or anyone with a decoding debuff, it could also cause cipher progress to be slower.
Oh, and you know, if it is a hermit, the thing is, WC no longer has an Ada to bring to the field to play against a hermit.
That is true. That psychologist ban might come back to bite them, seeing as psychologist is such a strong pick.
They, as well as Lost Lawyer. But they do have a character like Prisoner they could bring out and go against a hermit. That's if they want to take that risk.
That is true, and with his short stun, it can add to the kite, really helping create that distance.
But we are seeing a Seer and Priestess ban. The common, you know, two.
Yeah.
No, Priestess, I believe, being on a big map like Lakeside's just annoying with that global portal.
That global portal can really make or break an entire game.
And then giving her the big boat as well, there's nothing you can do. She's gonna use that big boat to her advantage.
Absolutely.
Interesting. So we are seeing a Toy Merchant be locked, where Toy Merchant, honestly, is very useful on this map. I would prefer a Toy Merchant over a Priestess, just because Toy Merchant has a lot of like catapult spots that you can set up, and it gives you so much distance. And with Hermit, if it is going to be a Hermit, you want to create that distance. And we're looking at a Merc, so they're willing to throw away Merc instantly too.
Looks like they are banning Opera Singer.
No one wants to play against Opera on a big map like Lakeside. So Opera does struggle on big maps.
She does.
With how much stuff there is on Lakeside, she has a lot of things she could go and like get a speed boost from. So it's a right call. You could take an Opera on Moonlit because there's not that many things she could use to go to like her shadow form into. And of course, we're going to see an Antiquarian ban.
That's understandable with the amount of help that the Antiquarian added to the last match, really helping push that 3-man.
And the Anti can be annoying for a Hermit. Then again, she's annoying in general for a lot of hunters. Acrobat! Ooh! I love Acrobat.
Oh, on this map, he can be really good, especially on that big boat.
A lot of places that he can bomb through, and I love that. he has small boat. If it's a confined hermit or a confined hunter in general, you can bomb through a certain area on small boat to get off the boat without going through the window. It's the same case on big boat. There's a certain spot where you can bomb through the stairs to the other side. So Acrobat's just broken on this map. Of course, they banned barmaid. So we are looking at a hermit because there's a barmaid ban. They're not allowing that heals, and then they locked prisoner. It might not even be a hermit. It might have just been bamboozled us.
Let's see if we've been bamboozled. Locking personas right now. What is going on in the in the stream chat? Like every time I look at it, there's something going on.
I learned to let them be. As someone who streams the stuff I've seen.
Understandable. And this is my first time doing any of this, so I'm usually on the other side of it.
You are the one causing the chaos.
I'm either that or the person playing in the actual game and hearing the commentators talk about me, especially when I mess up vaulting.
Oh boy. I can't wait to look back at Checkmate and see them look at my embarrassing embalmer attempt. Never again.
Can be hard.
Oh, it's because I forgot which side the cancel button was. And I copied my teammate on a cipher against a teleporting wax artist.
Oh.
Never again. But we are seeing a hermit lock, so we weren't right about hermit.
Absolutely. That makes the most sense. I'm very interested to see how this goes.
And then, of course, Prisoner 3-9, Merc 3-6, Acrobat 3-12, and then Annie will have 3-9.
Oh. Very interesting builds here.
They're honestly common builds, you know. Having like broken windows on Toy Merchant, she can get a speed boost to get to her catapult, just gain distance. Acrobat is just so strong already with kiting that you can take either flywheel or you can take broken windows. I think it's a good call to do flywheel because it's hermit and you can flywheel those stuns.
Not to mention, if he's using his bombs to vault, he's not really getting that speed boost all the time.
Yeah. So I think
they're going for an L strategy.
This is interesting that they I understand giving Toy Merchant the big boat, so she has those catapults, but I really think Prisoner should have been allowed that big boat instead and spawn Toy Merchant close to big boat.
Yeah.
Just because now you have Prisoner out in shack against the hermit. But it is the person who played lawyer last matchup. So they know what they're doing when they're playing decoders and they're kiting.
They do.
So we do have a hermit that is going to connect ciphers right away. And it does look like they're going to go for the Merc first.
The Merc is an interesting choice to go for first.
I can understand why, because Hermit has the ability to put a lot of damage into Merc.
Oh, it looks like he did miss that first.
You want to get rid of that rescuer if you can. You don't want that tie turner.
That is very true.
The issue is go ahead.
It does give the decoders a chance to put a lot of progress on that on the ciphers, however. Oh, it looks like they did distribute the damage.
I was also going to say too, when it comes to chasing a rescuer first, they're gonna guarantee at least a 60-second fight.
Looks like he did miss that hit.
That was a nice elbow pad.
The elbow pads. He does only have one left, however, and it looks like he is going to get hit here.
He is taking catapult onto that big boat most likely. Oh, he's waiting it out. And it was a terror shock. Oh,
excellent use of the blink there.
I believe that gave Hermit full presence. Yep. So there is a saying that my team likes to say is that Hermit is you can kite a Hermit if he has no presence.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute you feed him presence, we always say if you cannot kite a Hermit who has 1 stun, you're not kiting a Hermit who has like 5 stuns. Like.
Mm-hmm.
They did pop off 1 Cypher though, but it is a Hermit, so the decoding is going to be slow.
The mercenary does not have an item right now.
I think Toy Merchant is going to try to give him an item. That was a good dodge.
That was, but it looks like he is going to get another hit. But good distribution of the damage there.
The issue is now though everyone is injured except for that Toy Merchant. But I don't even think she can afford
due to he does extra damage, however. So I believe even if she does get hit, even though she's not fully injured, and she will still. Oh, there she goes.
That's a double down right there.
At 4 ciphers, this is not looking great for the other. What?
I'm gonna say this honestly, it looks like it's going to be a 4K on the Hermit's behalf. But there is a lot of ciphers with progress. It's about just popping them off.
However, there is no cipher progress being done right now as the aggro is healing the Toy Merchant.
And no one can rescue. And it's just bad because you can't afford to sell against the Hermit. You need everyone on deck for that decoding and to keep that Hermit busy.
Looks like Mercenary is going to be sent back to the manor, however. And Hermit is going to change.
Oh, if the Toy Merchant would have just stayed hidden behind there a bit longer, he would have never seen her. It does look like she's gonna make her way back towards Big Boat. So this is honestly looking pretty bad for the Survivor side.
This is... It looks like he's switching targets again.
The thing is, if he gets this Acrobat before Toy Merchant can change her color, they both go down.
They do. And they're only at 3 ciphers. Oh no.
But Toy did change.
The Toy Merchant, yes, the Toy Merchant did change.
But sadly, no one still can rescue.
Looks like they're about to pop another cipher, but they're
forced
healing.
To heal. Yes, no one can rescue, and if you have no one heal against a Hermit, that's also where everything goes downhill. The minute everyone's injured to the point no one can rescue, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows exactly where they are.
This is definitely looking to be a 4-kill. Oh, excellent use of the blink.
He is going to make sure to clear the Toy Merchant before she can self-pick up.
And Prisoner already used self-healing, so he couldn't even pick himself up.
Both teams. The Hunter played really well.
It was an excellent play on Hermit's side.
The survivors, though, did the best that they could in the situation that they were in. It just sucked, though, at the end that everyone was injured and no one could save that Merc. And then no one could save, I believe it was Acrobat.
Yes, I believe Acrobat went down after, and then it was Toy Merchant and Prisoner Left. The double down also was very unfortunate so early on.
Because then they had to take the time to heal up.
Mm-hmm. And then there was no progress on those ciphers, so.
Which sucked too, because they had ciphers with progress. It was about just getting them to pop them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did not mean to click that.
How are we looking points-wise?
Let me take a look.
It was 3-1.
So WC, when we started this round, WC had 5 and COZ had 3. They just got a 4-man, so they would give them 5. So COZ has 8 and WC should have 5. Since they didn't get anyone out.
Mm-hmm.
So COZ right now is in the lead.
There's still a chance that they could really turn this around, however.
The thing is, WC won first round, is COZ wins this round, and then we're going into a third round. We're still forced into a third round no matter what, honestly. Because even if Blue manages to 4K, that ties them. So they still would need to go into another round.
Going into picks and bans, we've got the Graven Cheerleader as global bans.
Right. Now I wonder, are they going to do like the respect ban and ban the geisha? Because keep in mind now the survivors do get a ban 1 hunter now.
Mm-hmm.
And since Blue is well known for playing geisha, I wonder, are they gonna ban the geisha or are they gonna allow that geisha to come out again? We are seeing a seer and lawyer ban. But that leaves priestess open on this map.
That does leave priestess open.
I can understand of wanting to get rid of the lawyer, just because, like I stated before, lawyer's just pretty strong on a lot of maps. Put lawyer on big boat, and he can help his team transition away from the hunter, as well as he's in a strong area for kite.
Lawyer is honestly overpowered, especially when you're able to communicate with your team over like voice chat, just because he can really help kind of prepare people to be first kite rather than being shocked that you're first kite.
Yeah.
Sometimes that causes people to get inside their head. I know I'm one of them.
No, I guess now we wait and see. Yep, they're gonna
Geisha ban. There we go.
Geisha. Oh, poor Blue. They took away Geisha.
I do not blame them, however. Blue is a very, very scary geisha.
I didn't allow a geisha out on like lakeside. It could be bad because there's a lot of open areas on. And then, Blue does run a teleporting geisha, so if anything, they could apply all the pressure they want on this map. On Red Church, they didn't really need to worry about doing that, since it was a smaller map compared to Lakeside. But now that makes me wonder, what hunter will Blue bring out?
That is the question. They are going to take that priestess.
Seeing a priestess.
We're gonna see some priestess gameplay. I wonder how they're going to use those global portals, because again, those can really make or break a game.
So they locked in two strong characters. We're looking at a priestess and anti-lock-in first. Now you all know priestess is just annoying, and an anti is just annoying. Priestess with that global, like definitely across the entire map. And if this hunter does not have MP, it's over. It did look like it was going to ban Merc. I think they're going to switch that out actually. Yeah, they're gonna switch out their ban to something else.
First officer.
FO? I really think they should have stuck to Merc, to be honest. Just because Merc excels on the bigger maps against FO. FO will be strong on the smaller maps, but then Merc will be the strongest on the bigger maps.
Looks like they are going to take that Merc.
They're gonna take that Merc.
Yeah.
So, we looking at a priestess, an anti, and a Merc. We looking at 3 strong characters. Even with that nerf. Am I reading?
Toy Merchant?
Did they ban Toy Merchant?
I believe so.
They took Toy Merchant. Okay.
Okay.
I understand Toy Merchant, on this map can be annoying. So trying to avoid giving them even more annoying characters to be. My brain accidentally read that as mine. I'm not gonna lie, I did too. I was about to be offended.
Not the Mind's Eye ban.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, I gotta read that right. I'm like, that's Toy Merchant. I don't see an E at the end. I'm like, don't jump to conclusions yet, Chad.
Oh, it looks like they are going to take Composer. Composer is really strong, a really strong pick. He can create a lot of distance as well as decode and help kind of push that Cypher rush.
And plus he does get an outline of the Hunter when Hunter comes within a certain range of him. So he won't be easily like caught off guard. Just don't get too caught up in your rhythm games and you should be fine.
I love all of the videos of people putting the Project Sekai over the Cypher and then the Hunter chasing someone and it's just Composer playing Project Sekai while someone's like dying outside.
Yeah.
It's basically what he does and I'm here for it.
Hey, right? They locked their personas already? Yes, they did. Waiting for the Hunter to be locked in. We're looking at a Naiad.
It is a Naiad. I am so excited for this.
So Naiad. I understand why they wanted that first officer ban now. Naiad, it can be good on this map. She can be good.
She really can be.
I understand getting rid of Toy Merchant because she can fly over the puddles. She don't care about the water. First officer can just pop a pocket watch and he'll still guarantee he can pull off the rescue. He'll take it down if he has to, but he can guarantee he pulls it off. Merc, on the other hand, you can easily stuff him. Now I understand why they allowed that Merc out. My concern, though, is that Priestess is anti still.
So, there's a lot of strong support on this team.
Definitely.
Oh, it's the new skin. So pretty.
Alright, so the builds for the survivors are Priestess with broken windows, anti-flywheel, broken windows, Composer, and then tied Merc. Where's my flywheel tied Mercs, man? But we are looking at a pretty strong comp here. The only thing is, though, I see a few characters who might have an issue trying to get out of the puddle in time to avoid being popped.
I definitely think Antiquarian might struggle, especially since she needs that close proximity in order to get a stun in. Yeah.
Composer, you know, the minute the hunter goes to pull back the harpoon, though, he can just pop his little tune and fork and get the speed boost and get out of the range if needed. Merc an elbow pad, that's if he's near an object to get out of there. Priestess, on the other hand, I see struggling.
Yes. I think Priestess and Antiquarian are probably going to struggle the most as far as the puddles. Definitely a hard pick on where to place for that Naiad, since they're all in a straight line.
Yeah, honestly, it was interesting. So the question is, who is Naiad going to chase?
It looks like...
He wants that composer. Yep. So the thing is with Naiad, the beauty of Naiad is she can trap the entire big boat. That was honestly a really good harpoon done by Naiad.
That was.
This is what makes me despise Naiad on certain maps like Leo's Memory and Lakeside because of that trick in general. I'm forever traumatized.
Oh. Looks like we're gonna get an early down.
It looks like Composer is gonna die too on anti-Cypher.
Oh no. This is not looking great so far.
Is going to make sure Anti cannot come in the stun. That didn't hit. The flywheel.
However,
it was the right call on Naiad to just hit that Anti to avoid them from coming in to try to harass. The thing is, too, Composer just died on an anti-Cypher. Anti isn't on a Cypher now and is injured and has a wanted order. And now this forces someone to come rescue. Unless they plan to sell. And from the looks of it, that's what they're gonna do.
It does look like they are going to end up selling that Composer.
They did pop off one Cypher.
Looks like they are going to say Portal.
Now, if Naiad really wants to, they can go and pressure the Anti, since they are already injured.
Looks like they are going to camp, however.
The thing is, right, they don't really need to get that many survivors out. They just need one person out to guarantee they win this round. So if they really wanted to, they could sell as much as they want. Just make sure they have that one person be ready to leave.
Oh, that blink was excellent. And it looks like they have... This is not looking great for the other team.
They are still on 3 Cyphers, and they need someone to come rescue unless they plan to sell this chair too. But I don't think they're going to.
It looks like Mercenary is coming for the save.
Naiad did mess up the harpoon there just a tad bit.
Oh, and then the miss of the dash.
The flywheel.
Oh.
And the Anti went to swing, but it didn't register.
Looks like they are going to try to get a hit on the Mercenary instead of following.
This is the right call, though, because they can just keep an idea on where Anti went to know where they are down. Trying to get the elbow pads out of this Merc and then to injure them is what they wanted to do. But they pretty much just forced to waste the elbow pads out of them. Just Naiad needs to figure out where this Anti decided to die.
And it looks like she did find them. Are they dead on chair?
I think they were saved before half.
I guess we will find out. They were saved before half.
And Merc is in the area still. But he has no owl pads.
He does not have any more. That was interesting.
Oh. They're still in that really big puddle. Merc will be being popped, and Auntie was popped.
Oh no.
Hit that priestess. Yeah.
Now everyone is injured. Just going to be interesting.
Wait, Merc has a syringe. Merc's over here big braining everyone. Merc is healing up over in the corner. The thing is, though, they're still down 2 ciphers. And dungeon is theirs. And Naya knows that, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Where are they going?
They lost track of where the priestess went. They're trying to figure out where she went. Oh, priestess traveled across the entire map.
Looks like they're going towards the mercenary, and they found them.
Yeah, it's honestly the right call to get this merc because he healed himself to full health. Like I said, they can just honestly guarantee this one man if they sell the last person if needed. And Merc can play for that dungeon, but it's still, that's why it's a good call to go for this Merc.
Oh. Mercenary has all of the but
that hit.
That finally hit, and it looks like they are going to take that water damage.
All Naiad really needs to do too is that if they really wanted to, they can select this Merc to go get Priestess. But I'm pretty sure Naiad's been keeping an eye on the cyber to know where this Priestess is decoded.
Mm-hmm.
And since Priestess literally, she just takes one hit and she's down. So you don't really have to worry about having to slug here. Plus, Merc dies slowly on chair.
And it looks like the mercenary is going to be going down. The priestess, however, is not near a cipher. And has
the priestess just popped off the cipher. But that's why Naiad's coming to this cipher, because it does have progress on it. I'm pretty sure it's actually Prime. Because Merc was working on it earlier, and that was anti-cipher.
Mm-hmm. Possibly, if... Curious to see what the priestess is doing.
They're most likely going to go back to get them.
Yeah.
The issue is here, Merc is headed back to that cipher that's literally, I'm pretty sure, primed.
This could end up being the one man. It is not primed.
Oh, I thought it was.
I thought so too.
I must have mislooked at the ping.
However, the Merc did use their self-heal.
And it is running towards that priestess.
Oh, no. Oh. This might be a 4K. It's starting to look like one. Did miss the dash there.
Okay.
But,
okay. Oh? Okay.
Hitbox?
Hitbox moment, yes, yes. Just hit him, just hit him.
Yeah. Oh, but did get the dash there. Mercenary is going to be going down, and then, teleport.
This is a priestess that was full, I think full portals, at least. No, only has 2 portals now.
Excellent use of the portals there.
There's only so much Priestess can do, though, with those little portals.
There is.
And Merc can no longer self-pickup is the downside.
It is a smart idea for the mercenary to have crawled to that dungeon. However, there's no way, since the Priestess hasn't been chaired yet, there's no way that the Priestess would die before the Naiad would get to him.
Yeah. So it definitely is looking like a 4-man.
And there goes Priestess. Is she...
What? Are they going back for the Merc?
I believe so. However, even if the Priestess does heal herself up,
she still has to run back to that cipher.
Yeah.
To try to get it popped, and Naiad teleports to Philosophical.
Mm-hmm.
So Naiad can teleport to that Priestess if she really wants to.
Looks... Oh, and the global portal? Excellent use of those portals there.
And down Merc, but the problem is now she has to go all the way across the map to get to my big boat.
She does have... Oh, no, but there isn't a cipher on Big Boat, meaning she couldn't teleport.
A heal will get pulled off here.
This could end up being a 1-man, at the very least.
If Merc ends up taking that kite again, too, and leaves Priestess to get on that cipher. Or if Priestess takes kite on her big boat. But it looks like she's going to feed Tinnitus while Merc goes to that cipher.
Appears that she has lost both of them.
Which isn't good. She is headed back to the cipher, though, because I believe she sees Merc.
Oh. Yes.
Merc trying to push as much progress as possible. They did block off that cipher just now with water, but it does look like Priestess will be trying to get to the corner cipher to put progress into that, since it had, I believe, 50% on it.
Only problem is, if the mercenary does get down, both of them have used their self-heal at this point. That could come in and be a problem, and...
Yeah.
No.
And Naiad does see where this Priestess is decoding.
Mm-hmm. Teleport is available in 7 seconds, 5, 4... I'm not going to count that off.
Is Priestess going to try to pop the cipher? No. It was close.
It was. However, the mercenary is chaired. Excellent use of the portals there, however, especially with the water, yep.
And it is like...
And it looks like they're both being sent back to the manor.
I gotta say, both sides played really well. Survivors, like, really pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
To try to guarantee that 1-man.
They had a very strong team, however, Naiad is a very strong hunter when played right.
But it looks like this round is going to be a tie between the two, since they both did 4K. Which will force us into a 3rd round.
The magical 3rd round.
Yes, anything can happen. Listen, I want one request to the teams. Someone go Mind's Eye, please. Go Mind's Eye.
We need to see some We need to see some blind representation.
I'm seeing all these decoders. I'm seeing lawyer. I'm seeing composer. I'm seeing prisoner. Where's my mind's eye?
Where's Mac?
You know what? I'll even take an explorer.
I will gladly take an explorer. I dabble in a little bit of Kurt every now and then. He's fun.
My team traumatized me in practice when I was trying to play him. I'm like, no, thank you.
He can be very fun, especially when you just see a little Kurt. I have the turtle skin for him.
So I love that.
A little turtle running across. It's so funny.
I have that skin for him too. When I'm feeling a bit silly, I'll run that skin.
I've thrown a few matches as Hunter just because I get so distracted by a little turtle running across my screen. I can't help it. That's if you ever see me in your rank match, just play Turtle Kurt. Apparently works every time.
How you do it?
Going to be banning a map. Let's see.
I think normally when it comes to round 3s, they don't ban maps, but then again, this is their tournament. They can run how they want.
It is very true. I just noticed that they said ban a map, so I'm...
Well, because people run their things a certain way. Like, they'll keep the normal, like, you know, IVT/KOA rules when it comes to the banded picks. But let's see what map gets banned. So far, what we've seen a Red Church pick, and we've seen a Lakeside.
I think they should pick White Sand Asylum.
Yes. No, we obviously need the new map. We gotta see them all ride the horses and race each other.
I find it so funny. In the few times that I've played that, I have been chased by a hunter on a horse, and it is more terrifying than being chased by a hunter normally. Something about them being on a horse it sends fear into my heart.
Yeah, I had that happen. I leashed on to my teammate as they got onto the horse so we can ride off into the sunset. And the hunter denied us and like ran us off the horse. But we are looking at a Secret Heart Hospital ban. Understandable.
That is understandable.
It's pretty strong for survivors in general. And a lot of hunters struggle on there.
Especially with that one kiting area with all of the pallets in the windows. The god kiting area is just...
the ruins.
Right next to... Yes, the ruins. That... It makes me cry every time. Just a little bit. Especially as Bonbon.
They didn't let the Secret Heart Hospital through. No one's gonna play Mind's Eye now.
No.
That's why I love Hospital, because of Mind's Eye. Anyways, let me get off this Mind's Eye.
Body blocking as mechanic on that map is so funny, because I'll run into the building and then block the door with my bot.
Oh no, did you accidentally block your teammate?
I've never done that.
Oh, I have. It's great.
I bet. I've had my very good friend play cowboy with me as mechanic and basically take me out of a good kiting area right to the hunter on accident. That's the worst story I have as mechanic.
Alright, so WC is picking Arms Factory?
Interesting.
When I see Arms, I see 50-50. You're going to do well, or you're gonna get destroyed. This is another map like Red Church. It's 50-50.
It's a pretty balanced map. Depending on where you are and what hunter.
Yeah. The thing is too, so we're gonna think Hermit, they're gonna ban Hermit, and they're most likely gonna ban that Opera. Because Opera's annoying on this map.
Mm-hmm.
I normally say doing arms against an Opera isn't that bad, but it can be difficult at times. Hermit, I don't think they're gonna want to deal with a Hermit after they just got 4K'd, so they're most likely gonna ban that too.
That might leave room for a wheel.
The thing is, there's too many strong areas
there
I get excited
is.
on. So the global bans for WC is Lawyer, Psych, Toy, and Merc. But they can use that first officer for this, or Gravekeeper.
They could.
They got rid of first officer. They said, no, we're banning your first officer. You don't get the rights for first officer.
Understandable.
So this pretty much forces them onto that Gravekeeper.
Mm-hmm. Very interested to see the teams. A female dancer could also be very strong on this map.
Definitely. I'm looking at a female, hopefully a female dancer pick, because what you could do is you can spawn female middle, and she can set up, you know, that really bad pallet in middle? She can put a slow box in that pallet and drop it down, so not the good pallet doesn't go to waste, but then there's a slow box there to help whoever kites to go through there with that slow box. And the hunter's forced to break that pallet if they want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention that area for kiting is already so strong.
Yeah. But I'm quite curious to see what serves they pick now, because they got rid of quite a good few characters they could have beaten here.
They really have. Possibly a prisoner. There is a few good places to really loop a hunter.
Yeah. Like there's lockers, there is you have shack, you have factory. So yep, they took the Opera and Hermit out. They're gonna lock in that
Gravekeeper.
Early dancer. Dancer and Gravekeeper will be getting locked in. Which is a good
first
call.
officer mains.
For real. I'm sorry, first officer mains. At least you're getting that Christmas skin.
They're feeding us tonight. If only they didn't change the postman. Wick. Wick's the dog's name.
Yeah.
Poor Wick. It really is.
I feel like at least they could have did better with the design they have now. Like, yeah. I know they could have did better.
They really could have.
Alright, we'll see what. Okay, Acrobat was banned.
Acrobat.
The thing with Acrobat, right? Like I said, he's a pretty strong fighter. He can work on any map. Just having him on your team, he can create a lot of distance. And then, you know, if you use your balls, right, your bombs. Got my brain.
Your bombs, yes.
Get the bombs. You can really change up how things work. Like certain hunters, you know, you need to cancel out their abilities so you can make distance. So you have the fire bomb. If you need to make distance, you know, and slow them down, you have the mud bomb. From what I was told, with the white bombs, you know, they're mainly for like slowing down the interaction speed. So those are mainly used as throwaway bombs to help create distance if you need it, but you don't want to like waste any of the good bombs. So I understand why they're gonna ban him. Let's see. We're waiting for the servers to pick. So much happening in this chat here.
What is going on?
No idea.
This is interesting. Are we witnessing murder plans? Possibly.
Maybe.
Oh, the patient. I have not seen patient gameplay in quite a while.
The thing is, there's certain maps that it's better to pick patient on because he excels on. I'm gonna say arms isn't really one of those maps that patient does well on. Just
I agree.
the fact that there's not that many like areas that you could do like hooks that would get you a lot of distance. Like, for example, patient can excel on Red Church because there's a lot of areas he can hook from and get over walls. That's versus the hunter to have to go a long route around. Ever Sleeping, there's a lot of like hooks, like the one on the geisha house building, and you hook through that one window, it puts you right into graveyard. It's difficult to really say an arms factory for patient because, like I said, there's just not a lot of areas for him to get enough distance with hooks. And I did ban Prisoner. So we're not going to see Prisoner. Can we see Mind's Eye?
Let's go Mind's Eye. Or Mechanic.
Meg, I mean, definitely for her Kaiden, because they did make her Kaiden a bit better. It's not that good still, but it is a bit better. They took the Composer! L for Mind's Eye. We're never going to have a W.
L for Mind's Eye.
Alright. But Composer, honestly, on arms, is not a bad pick.
It is a very strong choice.
And if they have him on Broken Windows, he's gonna be annoying to chase because he has the speed boost from Broken, and then he has his ability to give himself a speed boost.
What on earth is going on in this?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate too.
Our honest reaction right now.
The chat has no idea what's going on.
They don't need to know. They don't know how to win.
They don't. It's a secret that I'll never tell.
Alright, well, let me see. Did the survivors lock in? Okay, survivors did lock in personas. Hunter will be picking. What is it gonna be? So honestly, they're not gonna go wheel, so... What can it be? I don't know any other hunters that they really play.
I can't with this conversation.
Night Watch.
Oh.
Okay, okay. You better not be a Night Watch with papers, please. Oh my god. Alright, well, so Composer has 3-9, Gravekeeper 3-6, Patient 3-12, and Dancer 3-9. I gotta say, the Night Watch pick is interesting on this map.
It is.
Just because, it's a small map. Survivors have a lot of areas that they can transition to and not get worried about being sucked because they can just get behind something. And he's playing him. They're playing into basically a female dancer. Female can hurt him with those slow boxes. And even if he does the thing to get a speed boost, he's still got to keep in mind exactly when he speed boosts, because survivors, if they play their cards right, can loop a certain thing even when the hunter uses speed boost to catch up. So, but we'll see. He might just be a Night Watch that like goes off hard. You never know.
It was a good idea putting that female dancer in the center.
Now, their spawns was interesting to have composers spawn in between factory and on sandbags, because what a normal spawn would consist of is you could have composer go in between factory and lockers, just because if anything it would force them into lockers if they have to kite if the hunter. What? Oh, someone had the wrong build.
Oh. I was like, that was a short round.
Wow,
GG, guys.
GG.
That's crazy. Everyone got best seduction? Wow.
Wow. But because then you know what, now that I think about it too, I do understand why they put composer in between. Because like I said, Night Watch will suffer a lot if the survivors have a lot of things they can just use to run out his speed boost. Sandbags is an area you can go into to do that.
I wonder if they're going to keep the same... Don't they have to keep the same spawn?
They have to keep the same spawn. Same spawn. Definitely. And Hunter needs to have the same persona. Because I have seen from another tournament that I helped with, apparently a Hunter switched their persona instead of keeping the same one. So there was issues about that, but I'm pretty sure they know that they gotta keep the same thing.
Woolsey definitely knows. I think he's hosted a few tournaments. So.
Yeah, so, you know, keep same spawns, same persona, just the issue was someone forgot to put on the right one. Right. I hope this ain't a Night Watch with papers.
I feel like we've done this before.
I have the feel of deja vu.
So jealous with that dragon hunter right now.
Oh man, the pain I went through to get it. One of my friends came in the stream and I'm like, hey, since you said you'll be my sugar mommy for a day. It was funny. Alright, let's see what's gonna happen here.
Still very interesting spawns.
And like I said, I do understand why they put Composer where he is now that I look at it more closely. It's because Composer can get pushed in the sandbags. And there's like things Composer can use against Night Watch, including that where he can run out when Night Watch uses his speed boost to try to gain distance. And it's always good too to at least save factory for like later game or mid game because it is a strong area.
It's like the hunter is going to go for that composer first.
I feel like the composer should have never stopped to get on the cipher. It should have kept rotating.
Agreed.
So I'm just gonna push into a really bad area. Almost hit.
Excellent use of that window, but so close to a terror shock there.
I would say now would be the time to use tune in for.
Yes.
There we go.
Looks like they're...
Oh! I did not realize it gives you that much distance. Oh my god.
Me too.
Composer is making up a lot of
the palette. Again with those palette stuns.
I hate when you palette stun and the hit still comes through.
It looks like we might get it down. Yep. At so 5 ciphers. However,
they
do
were trying
have...
to do a trick. where if you run into the hunter as he's sucking you in, it'll like confuse them. But they miss times when to do it. It's more like a last second thing you do. But there is 3 ciphers remaining.
There is 3 ciphers remaining. However, nobody is currently decoding.
Because they're all making their way to a cipher, and Brave Cipher still has not been finished yet, if I recall. The thing is, though, if Composer can get into middle, there is a cipher. Oh, this is going to be after half.
Oh, this is... Oh?
I really think Gravekeeper should have gone into Shovel sooner to avoid taking the hit when they did.
I agree.
They're trying...
And it does look like Composer is going to... Oh, excellent use of the blink there, getting that blink hit.
Stood there for a bit after the rescue happened. Interesting. But it is kind of looking bad on the survivors' end, because now they have 2 people injured.
Does look like the Night Watch has lost... Nope, they're... Oh!
Found the blood trail of this patient and lost it again. Oh, and refound it.
So the Night Watch is going to be after that patient.
Oh? Was it me or was
use of the... Oh?
Yeah, the hunter can fall right back through the confined window. It's the factor that it unconfines it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say though, was it me or was that suck a bit like delayed? Because I could have sworn patient was out of the range of that.
I thought so as well. Excellent use of the hook so far, but it might be another no?
I don't think it was angled high enough.
No, it was not. We are going to have another down and 2 ciphers remaining.
Still remaining. Female being the only one decoding. Gravekeeper going in for rescue again this time. They did have to waste time to healing up that Gravekeeper.
Oh, an unfortunate window hit there is going to down the patient again. They are, however, at 1 cipher.
And then Nightwatch is looking around to see where everyone is decoded and sees that there is a cipher being worked on in deep sandbags. And they did 3 cipher themselves too, so this is honestly looking bad on the survivor side.
This is... It's like the hunter is going to be going after, or... So female dancer is going to be going for the save.
That was it was a good twirl to help make some distance closer.
Let's see if it actually helps in the end, however. Interesting idea to put that music box down. However, the patient is dead on chair.
And Gravekeeper's cipher is at half. Patient would need to loop back around to take over Grave cipher. Or what's going to happen is patient's going to stay nearby and go for rescue after cipher's time.
Excellent use of the flywheel there. However, I don't know if it is going to be enough. Unfortunately, it looks like this... Oh.
Well, wait, Grave can pop cipher. Grave can pop cipher. He should have, the Grave should have waited until the hunter was breaking the music box to pop that cipher.
This is starting to... Oh! Excellent power... power? Pallets. I give up.
No, you're okay, you're okay. Excellent palate stood by the patient.
Yes, I am not sure that Volt was a good idea, however. Looks like they are going to get that one man.
I really think if after patient took that vault, he should have just tried to go for that rescue on chair at that point. There was still a music box right there where it would have bought him time to get rescue. I gotta say both teams played really well. Some interesting plays, I have to say.
Definitely interesting plays. The vaulting for that pallet was definitely... It was something.
I feel like this could have been avoided a bit easily if when Grave went for that first rescue, they were in shovel. Because they got cut off early.
Definitely think there could have been a better use of the shovels.
It's alright, take your time.
It's almost 11 for me.
Oh, same.
It's past my nap time.
Same. I didn't go to bed until like 9 o'clock today, so.
Alright, so...
They did get the one man out though that game.
They did. I believe now all the other team needs is two out.
Yes. I'm sorry, my brain. Basically, the other team just needs to get 2 people out, and they pretty much win.
So they have to at least get a tie.
Yeah. The issue is though, if Blue manages to 3-man and only 1 gets out, then I don't know if they want to push it into a 4th round. But what would happen is that they would end up tying this round again. But WC, I believe, would win the whole thing altogether because they did have that 1 win at the beginning. All right, let's. So we're seeing a Seer and Merc ban. Grave, Chair, Priestess, and Auntie are perma ban for the other team.
Those are definitely very valid bans.
Honestly, yeah. Merc, just annoying in general with the fact that he can take those hits. He can die quicker, but it's still annoying. And then Seer with the owl. Cowboy and Barbie. Oh my god.
Finally, some Kevin action.
Oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. You know what? I'm gonna cook. I gotta see this cowboy in action. I'm watching you, cowboy.
Let them cook. I'm very excited to see this Kevin gameplay.
So we got a cowboy and fireman, and then opera singer and Naiad.
Oh,
opera singer and Naiad ban. Wait
a minute.
Are they gonna allow that geisha back out?
Huh.
It broke my brain. I lost my last brain cell after that.
It's the possibly final round. It's understandable.
Geisha's...
It's like...
Yeah, Geisha does suffer a lot when it comes to harassers. So...
That is very true.
It banned lawyer and they took first officer. Ooh.
What? Oh, okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think...
The first officer?
I think we're going to get pushed into a 4th round.
We might be.
We'll see. The thing is, they might be relying on Blue to go geisha. But what if Blue just doesn't go geisha?
That is true. They don't have to be geisha. And these emojis are sending me.
They scare me.
I can't.
Why do you Zeus?
I don't want to see that, but okay.
The problem is the third round would be the last one, but then we're looking at WC having one round to them, a tie second round, and then third round if COZMEZ manages to, like, you know, win this round, that leaves them with a round one. And that's basically WC was one round one, and then the other team was one round one. So then they would be forced into a fourth round, and that's when you go off point. Unless they just decide to determine to just go off points after this round and look to see who had the most. But it's most likely, I don't know, we'll see. Because sometimes there'll be a fourth round.
We will have to see. They are going to lock in that Ento. That's an interesting having Kevin with that first officer.
Why are you bringing males? Working around Cowboy. He needs his woman.
He's too Kevin. He's just Kevin.
But most likely, because they're doing an Ento and then, you know, Cowboy, and then what else was it? It was a barmaid. With the first officer, those all could be annoying for a geisha. So I'm hoping Blue doesn't fall for it and doesn't play into the fact that they're banking on them to go geisha.
I'm so slow. I thought BW meant breaking wheel. I was like, how can you bring breaking wheel as barmaid?
It's okay. I mean, it's technically called knee-jerk now, the trade, but everyone still just calls it broken windows. Like,
that's because that's the only right way.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Now we wait for the hunter to pick. Oh, okay then. We're looking at a geisha. Survivors locked in. Let's see what's so much they locked in. We have barmaid with broken windows, Ento with flywheel. First officer was tied, and then cowboy with flywheel. My brain.
All with that borrowed time.
Yeah, all with borrowed time.
We love borrowed time here. I say as someone who doesn't bring it half the time. The return of the geisha.
Let's see how well this goes against a comp like this.
I am very, very interested in seeing how this goes.
Why is this person spamming the priestess? I'm just trying to see what's happening.
Going for the L strat. All very strong kiters.
They're all very strong hiders. A few of them annoying for a geisha.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. If anything, geisha could bank on trying to get that barmaid down first, because if you hit barmaid and you get her while she's drinking, that wastes up a drink.
Right, and we are... Yep, she is going to be going after the barmaid.
Ooh. The barmaid's playing actually really well around this area. She was keeping an eye on the butterfly.
Excellent use of the pallets. And avoiding the butterflies. Amazing pallet stun right there.
You see, the barmaid, what the barmaid did was they were reading on the geisha if they're gonna walk through pallets or not. Until there's like a little mind game you can pull to make them think you're gonna just keep walking through the pallets and then scare them with the pallets. And now you see Blue scared to go into the pallets. Using a speed drink to gain more distance. They weren't even in the pallet.
Use of those pallets.
That's nice pallet stuck, but
I don't know how that ended up going through. Changing targets.
The Blue real
and getting that hit.
Oh.
They are, however, at 4 ciphers. Well, 3 ciphers now.
And then Cowboy Cypher is really close to being done as well, so someone can come and finish it. And it does look like someone is coming to finish it.
He did miss his lasso there.
He hit the lasso, but what Geisha did was hug onto him tightly. So when the lasso went through and he landed, she swung.
Excellent use of the butterflies. The first officer is also doing a very good job of drawing out time.
Blue should have just waited a bit longer for that to go after half. The first officer body blocking.
Very good use of the lasso there, but also that hit through the pallet.
Thing is, they have all these ciphers ready to pop. Like I said, there's still Cowboy Cypher. Did anybody pop that off, actually? I think First Officer did.
They've got a Cypher Prime, so we are possibly, most likely, looking at a 4-man, 3-man, possibly 4-man, I should say.
It will most likely go into a 3-man.
A bit too early on that down.
They really could have just popped it there, but I understand why. They're gonna want to wait until Cowboy takes this down.
Nice use of the pallet there, creating distance.
And they are working on getting these gates open.
However, I do believe the Cowboy's going to go down, yes.
What Geisha needs to do now is push that gate. They didn't need to teleport.
Oh. Nice down at the gate, however. This could turn.
Oh!
Excellent use of the flywheel and the bees.
They just need to go, they gotta go chair. But keep in mind, they still all have self-pickup.
They do.
First Officer's just gonna crawl there. And first officer does have some wiggle on him, so he might just struggle
He
out.
does. Will they make it to the chair? So they do get that chair on him. This might end up being a tie. It does look like both Cowboy and Barmaid are at the gate.
Wait, but they didn't leave. They're coming back for the rescue.
They really said four man or no man.
Who really said 4 man or no man?
Nice juke there. However, I think they are going to get down. Yes.
And they can no longer self-pick up, so now they can go and camp that chair.
Oh, but they're going to go and switch targets to the Barmaid. Or... Yes.
They're just trying to keep an eye out and see, like, where everyone is. Did they get it before detention runs out? Yes, they do!
This could end up pushing us into a 4th round. Unless the Cowboy is going to pick up that Ento.
If Blue manages to 4-man this, then they don't have to be pushed into a 4th round.
Can Blue get it down on that Ento? Yes. However, the Barmaid is now up. And it looks like the Cowboy is going
Still
to be...
in that area. The thing is, if Blue gets this Cowboy, he's down on chair.
Mm-hmm. A bit overshooting on that butterfly right there. And both doors are open.
They need to find that Barmaid.
They do. I'm very curious to know what is kind of their thought process in this moment. I see Entomologist is crawling towards dungeon.
They might try to go and get the Sento. They really are trying to get the Sento.
Very interesting gameplay.
Barmaid's gonna try to go for this. The thing is, teleport's ready. Oh no!
Oh.
The thing is, right, Geisha's butterfly's almost ready.
And it looks like...
That's a 3-man.
That is a 3-man.
God, that was so close.
That was... I feel like they definitely should have just gotten out.
They really
had a very, very strong beginning of the match.
They really said they really said 4-man or no man, and they almost took that no man.
They almost took that no man, but they ended up getting 1 man out, meaning that we go into a 4th round, question mark? Depending on what they say. They have...
The thing is, it's most likely gonna force it into a 4th round because they end up tying that. But if they really want to, I believe they could just go off the points.
This is a very suspenseful match.
Yeah. Plus, because they tied those 2 rounds, the thing is, WC had a 1-round win advantage on them, too.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And no,
So-
the WC is the winner for today.
Well, and congratulations to WC. Round of applause.
Yes, round of applause. Everyone played well today. It was fun watching them.
Absolutely. Everyone played their heart out. It's honestly really amazing to see all the different strategies and the placements.
Yeah, it really was. Kind of sad. I didn't get to see Mind's Eye. That's alright.
No Mind's Eye gameplay today, but you never know.
But at least we got to see a lot of different characters picked today. Like, we got to see Gravekeeper, we've seen Composer.
We really did see a wide cast of characters. Some I was not expecting. But we got pleasantly surprised.
Prisoner, we got to see Cheerleader. It was honestly fun to see these characters to get played.
For sure. Everyone played really well, and that last round was so close.
It really was.
Very well played on the Geisha's part, turning that basically guaranteed 3-man into a
1-man.
Into a 1-man.
Well, they got very greedy, but
they did.
Alright, well, I mean, if you're ready to sign off, I think I'm ready to sign off.
Alright, then.
Alright, everyone, thanks all for watching.
Yes.
I think there's a matchup tomorrow, if I recall. So we'll most likely see you again.
Most likely.
Alright, bye-bye.